Hey guys, so today we are talking about the Chase Sapphire Reserve versus the Chase Sapphire Preferred. We're going to compare these two cards, and I'm going to tell you why, despite having a $450 annual fee, one card is the clear winner. My wife and I have traveled the world to 39 different destinations using points and miles. I want you guys to stop right now and click on the link down below. I've got my top travel credit cards so you can travel the world for free. Now let's get started with our comparison. At the end, I'm going to show you how you can almost automatically get approved for either the Reserve or the Preferred if you follow these simple steps. Okay, let's check it out. Hey guys, my name is Andrew Wise and I'm with Life Tailored, and we talk about everything that makes your life great. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and follow me on Instagram at Life Tailored. Okay, so today we are talking about the Chase Sapphire Reserve versus the Chase Sapphire Preferred. We're going to talk about which card is for what person and why you should get one card over the other. So to get started, let's talk about the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So this card was released in 2016, and when it was released, it was the top travel and rewards credit card out there. Still today, it's one of my top cards. I have it in my wallet and I love this card. The reason I love this card is it gets 3x points on travel and dining. It also gives you a $300 annual travel credit, which you can apply to things like Uber, taxis, etc. It gives you a $100 credit for global entry, which allows me to speed through security. So since it's a part of Chase Ultimate Rewards, that means you get access to over 13 different transfer partners. You have hotels and airlines. You have my favorite transfer partner, Singapore Airlines, which allows you to get that Singapore Suites class. But since you're a part of Ultimate Rewards, it's a fantastic program. Each point is worth around 2 cents each, and it's one of the best programs out there. And if we break down that annual fee, the $300 annual travel credit brings that fee down to $150 a year. So then for that $150 annual credit, if you're applying for global entry, that takes $100 off it. So in the first year, we're left with $50 for that annual fee. So for this card to make sense, you're gonna earn 3x points on travel and dining. And as long as you spend around $1,700, you're gonna get those points back and offset that annual fee. Then going forward, every year you have to spend about $5,000 in travel and dining to offset the $150 annual fee. If you're spending $5,000 a year on travel and dining, then the Chase Sapphire Reserve is going to pay for itself and be your go-to travel and dining credit card. So if you're convinced and you want to jump on board the Chase Sapphire Reserve, let's talk about how you can get approved. So the easiest, most surefire way to ensure you get approved for the Chase Sapphire Reserve is if you're already part of the Chase family and if you already have the Chase Sapphire Preferred. That's one of the biggest factors that Chase looks at when they look at credit profiles. They look to see if you're an existing client of the bank, and if you're using the Chase Sapphire Preferred and have been paying off the bill and you have a decent credit line on there, you're going to be the perfect candidate for the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Now bear in mind, this is part of the 5x24 program. That basically means you can't apply for more than 5 cards over a 24-month period, otherwise you won't get approved. If you do fall into this bucket, apparently you can go into the Chase branch, talk to your local banker, and they can hopefully get you the Chase Sapphire Reserve. But in general, people with credit scores in the range of 720 plus have almost always gotten approved for the Reserve. There are some cases where people with credit scores in the 600 who have a Chase Sapphire Preferred or a really long credit profile, they're also getting approved for this card. One way to check to see if you're pre-approved for this card is to use the card match. I've got a link down below, and it's a soft poll and it allows you to see which cards you may be pre-approved for. It's not going to be guaranteed, but it's going to get you 90% of the way there and only going to leave 10% chance you don't get approved for this card. Okay, so now let's talk about the Chase Sapphire Preferred. This card came out almost 10 years ago, and this card, when it came out, it was the Chase Sapphire Reserve of its day, earning 2x points on travel and dining. That was one of the top earning credit cards out there. Plus, combined of course with that Chase Ultimate Rewards program, made the Preferred one of the top cards. Now the Preferred is still hanging in there. It's still offering a tremendous amount of value, and it only comes with a $95 annual fee. That's almost 1/5 of the annual fee of the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Finally, the Chase Sapphire Preferred Amongst the travel benefits like baggage claim, loss insurance, all that sort of stuff, the main one to look at is no foreign transaction fees, which really adds up if you're doing international travel and dining. So the Chase Sapphire Preferred does not have as many bells and whistles as that Chase Sapphire Reserve, and this card is really for somebody who doesn't spend $1,700, $5,000 a year on travel and dining, but somebody who does dine out and wants to get more points and miles for their purchases. And one thing to remember, when you're redeeming your points and miles, never redeem them straight for cash back. Chase gives you 1 cent each when you redeem your points for cash back, but when you transfer to airline and travel partners, you're getting up to 2 cents and sometimes even 7 or 8 cents per point, which is a tremendous value. Check out my video up here where I talk about the best ways to redeem your ultimate rewards points and to get that 7 or 8 cents per point value. So if we want to get approved for the Chase Sapphire Preferred, one thing we need to do is probably be an existing Chase member and have the Chase Freedom or the Chase Freedom Unlimited. These cards are kind of the best beginners cards, and this is what allows you to get into that Chase portfolio and get started with points and miles. So if you have the Freedom or the Freedom Unlimited, there's a good chance you can get approved for the Preferred. The credit range we need to have is anywhere in the 646 to 736 range. So if you're in that credit range, you're an existing Chase client, most likely you're gonna get approved for the Chase Sapphire Preferred. You can always use that card match I have down below to get pre-approved and see if you're gonna match up with that card. But in general, the Chase Sapphire Preferred is still a fantastic card considering it only has a $95 annual fee. So now guys, comparing these two cards, let me know down in the comments, which one is the card that you currently have or the card you're aiming to get? And one final point is, if you already have the Chase Sapphire Preferred and get approved for the Reserve, what I did is I downgraded my Chase Sapphire Preferred to the Chase Freedom Unlimited. I love the fact that it earns 1.5 points on everyday spend. And also if you signed up for that new card, it's earning 3x points for the first $20,000 spent in the first year. But you don't want to have two cards, one with a $95 and one with a $450 annual fee climbing up, because it provides no benefit having these two cards. So you want to downgrade to the Freedom cards, which have $0 annual fee. So guys, I'm creating these videos for you. Let me know down in the comments, are there any trips you have upcoming? I reply to every single comment, and I'm here to help and support you guys live your travel dreams. And if it's your first time watching the video, make sure to like and subscribe down below, and also follow me on Instagram at LifeTailored. We have new travel hacking videos coming out every Monday, and if you like this video, click on the playlist right up here. I've got more travel hacking tips so you can travel the world for free. Thanks for watching. See you guys for the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you learned anything new, make sure to subscribe down below so you never miss any of our amazing life hacks.